I woke on the cracked salt flats, the earth beneath me brittle and white like broken bone. The sky hung low, a dull orange haze blotting out what little sun remained. For a moment, I thought I had died and been forgotten. But the wind carried a metallic tang and the distant echo of structures collapsing in the ruins of a city I once knew, now barely recognizable. My lungs burned with the dust of a world that had ended, and my eyes traced the jagged silhouettes of skyscrapers half buried in sand. I tried to remember how I had arrived here. Nothing came, only this aching silence, the weight of absence pressing down on me. And then a sound, faint, pulsing, almost musical, like the heartbeat of the world itself. I turned, scanning the horizon, and saw it, a shard of light hovering above the ruins. It shimmered, alive in a way that felt conscious. My heart thudded against my ribcage. I am not alone, I realized, and not in the way I feared. I stumbled toward it, my feet crunching across the brittle earth. Half buried in the salt, I found a device unlike anything human. Smooth, dark, etched with symbols that seemed to shift as I looked at them. It hummed when I touched it, and a rush of images and thoughts, memories not mine, warnings not yet understood, flooded my mind. It was assessing me, reading me, choosing me. I shivered, a mix of awe and terror. Why me? I whispered, the wind carrying my question into the empty sky. Why now? I wandered the ruins for hours, my mind drifting to the world I had lost. The laughter of children in parks that no longer existed. Rain splattering against rooftops, rivers running clean and silver. The warmth of the sun on my skin, soft and gentle. All gone, leaving only echoes in my memory. I realized then the weight of what had been placed upon me. I was to be the seed of humanity, chosen to repopulate a planet I had never seen. The loneliness pressed down like a stone in my chest. And then it came, a vessel descending from the shard of light, hovering effortlessly. It was not human. Its surface shimmered like liquid crystal, and it pulsed with a rhythm I could feel in my chest. I hesitated, terrified, and yet drawn to it. I am to leave this world, to carry its memory forward. I swallowed hard and stepped aboard, feeling the air hum with energy, strange and sweet, tinged with ozone. The journey was silent, the vessel moving faster than thought. I thought of Earth, its ruins, its beauty, its failures. If I fail, all that remains of us is dust. If I succeed, maybe life will bloom again. The weight of responsibility settled like a mantle, heavy but necessary. When we arrived, I stepped onto the alien world. The air was thick, metallic but sweet, carrying a scent that reminded me of wet stone and pine, yet utterly alien. The landscape was impossible. Floating mountains, oceans that shimmered like liquid glass, flora glowing softly in the twilight. I could barely breathe, the beauty overwhelming, terrifying. And then I saw her. She emerged from the iridescent forest, tall and lithe, skin the color of molten silver, eyes like twin moons reflecting everything and nothing at once. Her voice was like wind through crystal, melodic, hesitant. "You are chosen," she said, her words vibrating in my chest more than my ears. "Chosen to bring life here." I wanted to speak, but words failed me. Instead, I nodded, my voice finally breaking through. I don't know how. I don't know if I can." She smiled, and it was both sad and comforting. "No one does at first. You are not alone. I will teach you, help you." Together, we explored the strange planet. She showed me how the ground responded to life, how the glowing flora shifted when touched, how the oceans seemed to pulse with some hidden consciousness. She moved with grace, her hands brushing over alien plants as if they were extensions of her own body. I watched her, learned from her, and felt something I hadn't in a long time. Hope. Yet loneliness lingered, stubborn and sharp. Nights on this planet were long, the twin moons casting silver shadows across jagged plains. I spoke to her then, my voice small. "Do you ever miss your home?" She tilted her head, eyes reflecting distant stars. "All worlds end, some sooner than others. What matters is what survives, what blooms." Her words cut deeper than any grief I had carried. They were truth and balm at once. Days became weeks. I learned to plant, to nurture, to coax life from the alien soil. The responsibility was immense. Every seed, every heartbeat of this new world carried the weight of humanity. And yet, I felt alive in a way I never had. Through her guidance, I realized that life could begin again, even after extinction. That hope was not naive but necessary. One evening, as we watched the iridescent sky shift colors, I spoke softly, almost to myself. Maybe the world I knew was only the prologue. Maybe this is the story. She reached for my hand, her touch warm and grounding, and I knew I was not truly alone. Not in responsibility, not in life. And there, under alien stars and a sky that seemed alive, I began the first chapter of humanity's second chance, my heart heavy with memory, yet light with possibility. For the first time I understood, endings are not final. They are beginnings we have yet to learn to embrace.